don't come, and finally come 5 days later than planned. Those are the Sri Lankan government's directions to the Chinese survey vessel, the Yuan Wang-5. And despite India raising concerns over security, they were dismissed by the ship's captain as it arrived in Sri Lanka's southern port of Hambantota on Tuesday morning.
The vessel mainly carries out ocean mapping and monitoring. We're also supporting the aerospace construction of China.
But analysts describe the ship differently, saying it's an advanced technology vessel that can monitor satellite, rocket and intercontinental ballistic missile launchers. China's ambassador in Colombo also seemed to praise Sri Lanka standing up to New Delhi.
Even though you have experienced some different rough weather this time on the Indian Ocean, the port call of Yuan Wang-5 to Hambantota has come through. It shows not only your courage, tenacity and invincibility, but also the deep-rooted, unfading and enduring friendship between our two countries.
For days, India has opposed the presence of the ship, saying it could spy on its activities. And Sri Lanka's government asked China to hold off, until now.
We are but a small country in the middle of the ocean, while India, while looking after its own interests, must also look at its role as a global power.
Sri Lanka is facing the worst economic crisis in living memory and relies heavily on India for support. But China has also made major investments in the country as part of its Belt and Road Initiative. A dispute over the role of the vessel behind me has been at the heart of a diplomatic tussle between two Asian giants. Caught in the middle, Sri Lanka has had a delicate balancing act to ensure it keeps both on side. Minelle Fernandez, Al Jazeera, Hambantota.
David Brewster is a senior research fellow at the National Security College of Canberra. He says the ship is capable of being used for spying.
I think this is really quite significant. It's this vessel, while called a satellite tracking vessel, almost certainly has a range of intelligence gathering capabilities. And that intelligence gathering is very much aimed at India. That's why the vessel is in the region. And so the Indians have very significant concerns about that. They see this as Sri Lanka really assisting China in these endeavours. And they see this as really a slap in the face, particularly given the amount of emergency assistance that India has given to Sri Lanka in recent months as part of the Sri Lankan economic crisis. So I think for both China and India, it's really quite a significant event. Well, there's obviously a lot going on behind the scenes. Sri Lanka is desperately trying to renegotiate a large amount of loans with China, while also negotiating an IMF assistance package. And here we see the conjunction of all of that, and the Chinese really flexing their muscles about this. So it's clear that this vessel doesn't need to dock in Sri Lanka. It could probably dock in a range of other ports in the region, but it was very important from the Chinese perspective that they forced this visit through, and clearly they were using the outstanding debts from Sri Lanka as leverage against the Sri Lankan government.